What's up, everybody? How's it going? We are shiny hunting. I almost said Bunnelby. No. Buneary! Not Bunnelby. Let me put Todd in the squad away. For now, anyway. Senti, you're up. Alright, I think we're good. What's up, everybody? How's it going?
Weavile?
Not quite. He says that was so much Weavile? No, in my game? Okay, where'd my low punny go? I can't find it. Oh, there you are. Okay. Anybody got an Everstone? Actually, who do I have in the daycare right now? Nobody. Just Ditto. Okay. It's a miracle. Okay, we gotta manually equip the bunny. The bunny. No, not berries. What's up, everybody? You're eating mint chip ice cream? Chimp. Delicious chimpanzee ice cream. That sounds good, Galaxy. There's my Everstones. Okay. Ma'am, I've got a Pokemon for you. I think the only Switch game Weavile hasn't been in has been Let's Go, right? Because it's in this game, it's in Scarlet Violet, it's in BDSP, it's in PLA. Yeah, I think the only game it's not in is Let's Go. I'm telling you, chat, the ice types are in every game. Snover, Sneasel, they're always here. The same group of ice types are in, like, every game. Whether you want them to be or not, they're just here. Okay, we're in the right box. We're saving before we start. We're ready to go. How many steps do you take? Buneary Pokemon. You take 5K. That's kind of steep. For a Buneary, that seems a little bit steep. I don't know if I agree with that. What's up, everybody? How's it going? We're just getting started. Happy Easter. Happy 420. Happy Sunday. Yesterday we played some Pokemon Blue. That was fun. Today we're hatching rabbits. This Buneary actually needs to evolve. I need it to be a low punny, so if I do hatch one tonight, if I hatch a pink bunny, then we're gonna evolve it. Talk about Nintendo's revised prices? No, I don't think we did, actually. Better hope those $100 Joy-Cons don't drift. Hatching Togepi, nice. Yeah, there's a fairly decent pool of Pokemon that are festive for Easter. I'd say that you could hatch today. Togepi. Also, ad warning. Hatching ads is very festive. Torchic, I'd say any of the rabbit Pokemon, Scorbunny, Bunnelby, Buneary. Anybody else? I'm like, I guess baby Pokemon would be fitting. You could hatch any of the Babs, Elekid, you know, Pichu. Pichu would be a good Easter Pokemon. Alright, we've hatched our first Bun. Yeah, Galaxy, that's a crazy video, isn't it? I think it said that this game had less development time than, like, was it Gen 2? Gen 3? Also, it's kind of already been a shiny Sunday for me in Pocket. I pulled shiny Kakuna and shiny Riolu today. Cool. All right. We're hatching the buns. They're hatching pretty quick. It's so nice to not have to hatch pseudos. Yeah, originally the wild area in this game was gonna be one ginormous piece of land before they decided to split it, which I thought was pretty interesting. Less development time than Sun and Moon and X and Y. Ugh. Tragic. What's funny is that the first few gens of Pokemon got delayed several times. Back when Gold and Silver were known as Pokemon 2. Can you imagine if they kept that naming? Pokemon 2, Pokemon 3, Pokemon 4, Pokemon 5. Like it's a gaming console. Yeah, you'd think their first home console game would have had the longest dev time. Yeah, you would think that, yes. You would think that would be the case. Imagine if we were playing Pokemon 8 right now. Also, chat, speaking of Gen 1, Flamethrower is not a TM until Crystal. Why did I think otherwise? Because I'm looking, because I want to get a fire type for the team, so I was looking at a few different movesets. And it's like, wow, you get Flamethrower extremely late. Let me check out where the TM... Oh wait, there is no TM for Flamethrower. So my options for, like, if I do Flareon is Ember until, like, the 40s or 50s, where it gets... It's like Ember and Fire Blast. I think Magmar learns it even later. Fire types have been done dirty since day one, is all I'm saying. Ever since day one, they've been doing my precious fire types dirty. Yeah, I don't know why I thought it was a... I guess just from future gens that I thought it was a TM. They didn't make it into a TM until Crystal. Also, the Game Corner has some very interesting RNG. They programmed the Game Corner in Gen 1 as if it was a real, you know, slot machine in Japan. Because we're gonna have to do a lot. I might have to save the slot stuff until I can beat the Elite Four and start farming money that way. There's like one supposed lucky slot machine. I can't remember the placement of it, but they put a lot of care into developing the RNG of the slot machine. Fire types didn't get good until Gen 3. Torkel said, "Let there be fire." But that's happened a few times playing through Blue again. There's been things where I confuse them with the same place in a future gen. Like having no heal room in the SS Anne. I am placing blocks and shit cause I've been fucking Minecraft. This is a Blooming Flowers, 2 hours of chill and cozy spring mix to feel better after a long day. Good title. Flareon has always suffered for our sins. You watch the unfinished Minecraft movie, Cacturn? What would you give it? How would you score it? Did you catch all the villagers as people in suits? I love when half of them weren't CG. You could just see the people in the suits. This is a cry for help. A 4 out of 10. Yeah, Shiny Flareon might just be the saddest shiny evolution. Poor Flareon. I'd have to keep Eevee. Oh, when does... I think Flareon learns Ember at 32? Oh man, that's gonna be so brutal. That is going to be so brutal. I could use Vulpix. Vulpix has a little bit of an easier route in life than Magmar and Flareon. But I feel like I've used Ninetales a lot. I mean, I think I have most of the shiny Eevees here. Let's look. We can do a refresh. They're in here somewhere. Well, here's Eevee. Eevee's shiny is okay. It's okay. Not my favorite. Not the worst. Here's green Jolteon. Little alien. Little spiky alien. Big fan. Yeah, these Rotom... I grinded a Rotom den a long time ago that had a shiny seed. I got all the Rotom shiny. Oh, here's Glaceon and Flareon. I kind of like the dark blue on Glaceon. One of my favorite defining shiny hunts in Scarlet was noticing shiny Glaceon. Oh, Flareon's this... What would you even call this color? I don't even know what you'd call this color. Do I have any of the... Oh, here's Espeon, my all-time fave. Talk about a little green alien. Oh, here's Leafeon. Leafeon just becomes more brown. They should have turned it autumnal. If Leafeon's leaves became, like, red, it might have had a run for its money for being the best shiny evolution. Did I ever... How many have I ever gotten from Dynamax Adventures? Oh. Booster! I have multiple shiny Flareons. Yay! Yay! I thought I had Vaporeon, but I guess not. I think I might have gotten that in Scarlet, now that I think about it. I did pick up a few of them from Scarlet. What? Vendor? Who's Vendor? This game could get a Switch 2 boost? I don't know, actually. That's a good question. I don't know how much that would really... I mean, this game runs relatively fine. Yeah, the wild area. The wild area, I suppose, could get a little bump. Yeah, I think it was just Scarlet and Violet that they mentioned for the Switch 2 boost, whatever they're calling it. Yeah, it's because of the weather. It's because there's half of the design half of the things people make fun of in this game are Game Freak, like like the pier scene or the shot of Zacian and Zamazenta turning in place. It's like, you guys shot yourselves in the foot with this. It's like, maybe if you didn't have annoying weather every 5 steps in the wild area, it wouldn't run like... It wouldn't run and also look terrible. I don't know what Centro posted. Also, one of the biggest things in this game that would have improved it existed in every beta until the final product. There used to be a free camera in this game. They had free camera on until the very end, and they cut it. Free camera would have added so much to this game. That is such a crying shame. Free camera would have been so nice. But it probably broke something, and they didn't have time to fix it, so they just cut it. Tale as old as time, I'm sure. But yeah, free cam would have been really nice. The free cam that you see in the beta and that video that I'm referencing from, it looks it makes the game look so much more... How do I want to phrase it? It just looks better. It just looks so... A free cam just makes the game look so much more better. Lively. Not as linear. Yeah, I have not been impressed by any of the, especially... I mean, it's not gotten any better in Scarlet and Violet. The Terror Raid camera is an atrocity. But how interesting that that lasted through every single beta until the very end. That Mega is fake? No, because the description sounds exactly like that art. I'm sure the final product will look very similar to what that fake design looked like. Yeah, Cacturn, I agree. Dynamic camera is the biggest advantage with 3D over 2D. There's times I've wished I could zoom out in then some of the 2D Pokemon games for like screenshots or things for thumbnails. Also, it was interesting, the different betas for this game, you could see them building the cities and towns piece by piece. They started with everything early and then worked their way towards the north and final part of the map. It's interesting to see the development process, what goes in first. They had Hop's house was just a bunch of rectangles. But inside, it was all fully furnished and done. So they did the interior of Hop's house, but the outside was just like a rectangle, just a shape. Also, you used your starting house used to have a garage. They cut the garage. Come on, Buneary. We need a pink Easter rabbit. Oh, we got some Gen 3 music. Let's go. Let's see. I actually wrote down some of the things that I thought were interesting from those cut content Pokemon videos. Let's see. Gen 7 had the most, I wrote the most stuff down. The amount of content in Gen 7 that got cut was huge. Here's a Gen 5 cut thing that I thought was... I didn't even... He had to explain it before I realized what it was a reference to. The Castelia Pokemon Center in Black and White originally had a side entrance because it was supposed to be the Pokemon Center in New York City. Oh, that's so cool. Why did they cut that? That would have been such a cute little reference. But they cut the side entrance, so womp womp. Yeah, the gyms are fully modeled from the sky. Which, to be honest, I don't know why they would bother doing that, but sure, I guess. But yeah, the Gen 5 one, that was one of the coolest takeaways that I had from it. That they were going to reference the Pokemon Center, now the Nintendo store in New York City. They were also going to have the routes in Black and White imitate, like, New York City street names. So instead of Route 215, it would have been Pikachu Avenue. Let's see, what else did I type out or write down? Oh! This one is particularly interesting. Unova was originally, Black and White was originally going to be just one giant city. Where have I heard that concept before? Unova was originally going to be just Manhattan, just a ginormous city. Yeah, imagine a Pokemon game that takes place in just the city. Why did they do that for Gen 5? That's very... I wonder if that's a if they visited that idea after the Unova stuff got scrapped. That's very interesting. Would never work. Sounds fake. Also, Team Plasma originally... which this is... you understand why this was retooled. In Pokemon Black, they were going to destroy futuristic architecture. And in Pokemon White, they were wanting to destroy historical architecture. So would they just have been, like, destroying buildings? They just wanted to blow up some buildings. This is very Team Aqua Magma. Almost. Like, one version wants water, one version wants land. One version wants to destroy all the historical stuff, and one version wants to destroy future stuff. I mean, that, historic versus futuristic stuff was still kept in the final game. You know, we still have Black and White City. So that was a theme that they stuck to some extent. Oh yeah, here's another very fascinating Gen 5 beta thing. They tested an open world build with Pokemon Black and White. They were thinking about going open world with Gen 5. That is insane. That is absolutely insane. That they've been thinking about open world Pokemon on and off for so long. And the footage of it, it's just a bunch of, like... I mean, you can see the beta, the open world beta build. Very interesting. Let's see, what else did I write down? Tap touchscreen to jump. And I think this was the way for Sinnoh, too. Sinnoh and Unova both had more DS touchscreen stuff that they wanted to implement that ended up getting cut. Oh yeah, you know what else they had cooking all the way back in Gen 5? They had Awakened Mewtwo, which was a form of Mewtwo that would eventually go on to become Mega Mewtwo Y. So I wonder if that was the whole basis of, or the start of Mega Evolution? Or an early version of regional forms, maybe? Or both? Possibly both? Let's see, they also experimented with non-grid-based movement. there would have been a toggle for free movement versus grid-based movement and a fully free camera. One thing I learned watching all those videos going over the various cut content of all the Pokemon gens is that Game Freak will come up with an idea and then touch back on it almost every generation. Free camera, like open world stuff. There's so many ideas that they come up with that the gym building mechanic is another thing. There's like 3 different games where they wanted to do a gym building mechanic that they ended up scrapping. So what Gen 10 could have a gym building mechanic. It wouldn't surprise me. That they have so many ambitious ideas. It's just not enough time to pull them off. Oh, there would have been a free battle cam, too. So the battle cam wouldn't have been fixed. You would have actually been able to see... You'd been able to see the battle with a free cam. The 3D camera is apparently present in the final game. But that's very interesting. They were gonna have trainers that show up in certain seasons, which I thought was kind of cool. They were gonna have international trainers that would speak different languages. They plotted out 4 different mythical distributions. It sounded like they had a lot. They wanted to keep Black and White going, Gen 5 going until 2014. I mean, we did end up getting lots of mythicals that gen, so maybe they retooled that initial mythical Pokemon distribution. They plan to, like, spread all the mythicals out as distribution events. They probably retooled that into the mythicals that exist in Gen 5. Also, they cut a move called Melt, which was a fire-type move that could change the type of the Pokemon you use it on. I understand why they cut that. That is crazy. Melt. Might as well melt. Awakened Mewtwo. They should bring that one back. I know. It sounds like they wanted to do that. They wanted to keep Black and White going longer than it actually did. Well, that's about all I wrote for Gen 5. Let's see. There is a 3D Hilda model present in X and Y. They usually they just reuse assets when they test stuff, like with Let's Go and Sword and Shield. They had a few assets that they reused. But there's actually a fully 3D Hilda model in X and Y, which further seems to indicate that they might have wanted to keep Black and White going longer. It looks great too, like she looks great. She looked great in that style. No, it was just Hilda. There was gonna be a feature in X and Y called Pokemon Circus. which would have been like a spiritual successor to contests that they ended up cutting. Yeah, AZ was supposed to be the villain, that is true. Lysander... I think he was just a pawn? Yeah, AZ was the original villain. I mean, yeah, they should have made AZ the villain. That sounds way more compelling than what we ended up getting. The running shoes, there's actually gonna be a extra fast running shoe speed up thing. And then another mode of transportation for going fast that they cut from X and Y, which this would have been so cool. This would have been really cool. Skiing. There was supposed to be skiing in X and Y. And that would have been 4 times speed. Like, I think running or walking is 1 speed. Running is 2 times speed. Skiing would have been 4 times speed. So you would have been zooming down those slopes. Oh yeah, you could have originally, they had dive in X and Y too. You could have gone under the water to dodge obstacles and stuff. The 3,000 years scene. Does AZ deserve that redemption? I don't know. X and Y was also supposed to be way more sci-fi inspired. A lot of the concept art for X and Y is very cool. I feel like somebody at Game Freak just loves futuristic aesthetic. I feel like future stuff pops up in a lot of Pokemon games. The Walt Disney. Let's see, there was a scrapped photo mode in X and Y. No real loss there. I keep taking too many eggs, darn it. Oh yeah, there was gonna be a far more dynamic camera dubbed the Masuda cam. Masuda apparently pushed for a more dynamic camera for X and Y, and they cut it. Pokemon were originally supposed to make expressions for whether they got paralyzed or poisoned as well, which would have been kind of interesting. Like if Pikachu got poisoned, its ears would droop and it would look all sad. Yeah, that would be a lot of work. But it would have been cool, too. It would have been super cool. Also, the Pokemon Z thing was actually... There was, in the files, there was an X2 and a Y2 label, so... I have to wonder why they cut Z. Oh yeah, here's a little Oraz scrapped bit of content. Well, they scrapped Max. They were originally gonna have Max, May's brother, in Oraz, which I think is hysterical. But they cut him! They also cut a Jirachi event. They were gonna do a Jirachi event. Which is a shame! Why'd they cut that? They could have connected Jirachi to that white rock outside of Moz Deep. People would have gone apeshit for that. A Jirachi event would have been really cool. You're glad they cut Max? Yeah, you know what? I don't really want anime stuff in the games either. So I agree. Max probably would have been like, Herm. Oh, that's a Ivysaur, not a Venusaur. Herm. Yeah, Giratina. Giratina just loves a good war. Oh yeah, here's another thing that they cut from X and Y that, honestly, very kind of glad that they did. I don't know, maybe it could have been cool. They were gonna have like a Mirage Island type concept where you could go to the islands and share the islands with your friends. They never follow through on. Oh yeah, they were gonna have a champion room. So after you became the champion of the league, you'd have your own secret room, and you could receive challenges for the title of Pokemon League, Pokemon Champion. That's cool. They should bring that back. I want a cool little room, a champion room that people could challenge me for the title. That would be so cool. That's almost like a soft gym building mechanic thing in a way. They were gonna have dungeon sharing, gym building feature, online heavy stuff for X and Y. That all got cut. Like the Mirage Island stuff, the Champion Room stuff, that was all gonna be Wi-Fi, so you could have connected with real people and done that. Let's see, so that was X and Y. We talked a little bit about some of the Gen 7 stuff, but Gen 7 was where they really planned on having a gym building mechanic. After becoming the champ, you could assign gym badges, you could staff the gyms with your people of your choice. You could rematch the gyms, and the gym leaders would have given you ace Pokemon, which they revisited in Blueberry. Do they keep all this stuff in like a giant binder and save for later? Oh yeah, this is a really funny one. I just wrote down Kurt's 7 rare Pokeballs. There was going to be 7 rare Pokeballs scattered in just, I guess, the whole region. And if you got all the 7 rare Pokeballs, you would have gotten like a little message from Kurt himself. By 7 rare Pokeballs, does that mean like they would have just scattered Heavy Ball, Moon Ball, Love Ball? Why is Game Freak obsessed with making Apricorn Balls so rare? What else did I write down? I wrote down... we talked about the Battle Cruiser yesterday. They were gonna have a Battle Frontier-esque facility, but on a ship. And you could have traveled to... oh, Pikmin music, let's go. You could have traveled to other ports in the Pokemon world, like Vermilion. He brought up Seafoam. What's that, Mimikyu? And Rainbow Rocket was originally intended for Sun and Moon. Where all the Rainbow Rocket grunts would have attacked the gyms. And again, Giovanni was an imposter. And the real Giovanni was gonna show up and be like, hey guys, I'm good now. What's up, Leo? Happy Easter. They were gonna have... I'm surprised this has not been revisited. They were gonna have a Pokemon Breeder app in Gen 7. Where you could hatch eggs and transfer them to your game. I also wrote down egg canceling. It sounds like a fighting a fighting game move. We're egg canceling. They should bring back Imposter Oak. It's such a shame they didn't implement him. Of course, I'm sure many of you know that following Pokemon was planned in Gen 7. The data of all the Pokemon following you is in Sun and Moon, so people have taken those, like the Furret meme. That's what that's from. Amazing how much work they put into Pokemon animations and following you, and then they just scrapped it completely. Every Pokemon had a following animation. Come on, Buneary. I hope so, Cacturn. I hope so. Pokemon had that one app to distribute Shiny Lunala and Solgaleo once and never used it again? I don't think I do remember. I don't think I do remember. Pokepass? I guess that sounds vaguely familiar. I have to look this up now. Okay, pass. No, not Pike Pass. Oh yeah, the logo looks familiar. Pokemon Pass. Free app provided by the Pokemon Company International for iOS, iPadOS, and Android. It was released in the United States on May 1st, 2019. The app was delisted from the App Store and Google Play Store in 2023. The app allowed users to receive serial codes and digital rewards through 3 methods: simply downloading the app itself, finding and scanning a QR code at participating stores, or completing a scavenger hunt at a participating store. What a random... What a random thing. I barely remember this. You guys still have it? I don't remember this at all. Get shiny Pikachu or shiny Eevee. Open the app at Target. What? Get a photo of the goofy Mr. Mime. Open app at Target. Join us for Trade and Play Day. Open app at GameStop for a Pikachu and Eevee sticker. Get shiny Lunala and Solgaleo. Open app at GameStop. Wow, that's... The app was so garbage. Yeah, these all seem... August, June, August, December. It seems like the dates of everything was spread out. Nothing significant ever came from it. Yeah, the event list is so short. I read almost half of the events out loud just now. I choose Sobble, I choose Scorbunny, I choose Grookey. Receive shiny Toxtricity. That was the last thing they did. It has a very boring logo. I do not remember Pokemon Pass. Wow. That's crazy. I should charge my... Pokemon Pass. Who developed this? Oh, did you have to include the version with lyrics in it? It just says developer and publisher, the Pokemon Company International. That's all it says. I think in this point in time, Gen 7 was when I kind of, like, I played Sun and Moon, and then after that, I think I kind of stepped back a little bit from Pokemon. But I think a lot of the stuff around this time, I just don't remember. I didn't play Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon until a few years ago for stream. That was definitely an era of Pokemon that I was not locked in for. You're not missing anything. You're really not missing much. The funniest thing from the I think I played Ultra Moon. From the Ultra Moon playthrough was the ending when you go through Ultra Space. Obviously, I didn't have motion controls on, so I couldn't really steer or navigate. So I kind of went through a few random wormholes, but then I made it to the final destination. I kind of just sat, I got to my final destination, to the right place by doing nothing. We just kind of made it, and it worked out. So it can wall Fluttermane. Yeah, Fluttermane would not appreciate Celesteela coming. It really wouldn't. Did I get anything good from Stampede? My box hasn't even arrived yet. To make 8-year-olds go, whoa, so cool. It was super underutilized. How bizarre. Why would they even make something like that? Also, chat, this is random, but apparently they're gonna shadow drop the Oblivion remake? Oblivion Remastered? And the file size is insane. The Oblivion Remaster is supposedly 120 gigs. Are we joking? Are we having a little goof? A little gaff? 120 gigs? That is what we... Yeah, I think the biggest Nintendo game is like 23 gigs. I think it's World. Isn't it Mario Kart World? That should be unacceptable. What's up, Charlie? That should be unacceptable. The original Oblivion is around 6 gigs, by the way. The original Game of the Year, the Game of the Year edition of Oblivion is about 6 gigs, for comparison. Yeah, why are they shadow dropping it? Why would you ever shadow drop an Elder Scrolls title? I don't understand. Oh, you're on 3 weeks of a Tina hunt? I hope you get it soon. $120 gigs. Mamma mia, that is a huge spicy meatball. That is a super duper spicy meatball. All the quote tweets say, Western game dev has been here. How can you tell? 105 gigs. Do these companies not understand how to optimize? That's, wow. 120 is insane. Yeah, you know, all PC gamers have a giant rack of SSDs with plenty of terabytes. You know us all. Let me go get my giant rack of SSDs. Or not SSDs, I'm confusing myself right now. Storage! Yeah, we all have giant rack, that's true. How much? I think I got 2 tera on my PC. Or did I go for... I should know this. Hello, Stuffle. The joyous sounds of Stuffle. Yeah, a terabyte really is kind of like nothing. Okay, we've hatched about 60 rabbits so far, chat. $60 buns. And I keep taking too many eggs. Hold on, I can figure out how much I have real easy like. Okay, I have about 4 TB on my main disk. I got about 2, I have one that's 2 tera. And then I have my, geez, this one is so tiny. 222 gigs. So I have 3 different, Don't let the Joker find out about this shiny. You can't have enough storage. I don't know, Galaxy. I do not know. Yeah, I don't know enough about Unreal Engine 5. Is it Unreal Engine 5 itself? Is it game devs not understanding how to compress their games? I don't know. Because a lot of the quote tweets were blaming this on Unreal Engine 5. Man, ZA better be 60. The thought of paying any more money for Pokemon games makes my stomach hurt. Yeah, when I built my PC last year, I had to dodge all the gaming-specific storage. Switch 2 pre-orders start this week if you're in the US, chat. I will not be participating. I will not be partaking. Also, ad warning. Ads are coming up. If Terror Raids still freeze up, I think all of those types of issues will not be solved. I think it's a problematic coding that causes that. That can't be fixed by a bump in performance. I mean, again, even if, you know, I had $500+ with tax laying around, I just am not interested in anything. I can wait. I'm in no rush, really. Yeah, Chad, don't go into debt buying a Switch 2, please. Make smart choices. Yeah, we don't have box art for ZA yet, for PLZA. Also, I would like a cooler Switch 2 color. I think the one that they're serving us right now is quite boring. So I would prefer to wait for a cooler edition of a Switch 2 than just the boring vanilla one. June 5th. And then Donkey Kong Bonanza comes out in July. Remember, it's not a launch title. Only World is. Did we talk about the Street Fighter amiibo costing $40? Me oh my oh man, I can't believe we're in an era where amiibo are $40. I mean, I just can't imagine people will buy them. Maybe collectors who are too locked in will, but $40 for an amiibo? Yeah, pay 120 bucks. Back then it would have been a bundle of for 40 with all three of them. I know. That is outrageous. People are just not gonna pay these prices. All the Zelda amiibo got bumped up by 10 bucks too, so I think they might be 30? Yeah, $40 for an amiibo is how you know things are bad. We're in the bad place. Yeah, the Zelda amiibo are now 30, which that's still way too much. Damn, this song rules. What's this from? It is from Fire Emblem Engage, I think? What amiibo are they even stocking that are old right now? I feel like the amiibo I see in like Target or whatever have just been sitting there for like years. They're collecting dust. I'm still kind of surprised that amiibo are still carrying on to the Switch 2. They've drastically slowed down how many they make, but they still exist, so they're still hanging in there. But now you gotta pay $40. The Guardian amiibo. My favorite amiibo, I love King DDD. King DDD. He has the amiibo when they first came out. What were they, like $12.99? They had so much good detail. King DDD's amiibo is really cool. Like his gloves are textured, his coat is textured. I like the Ocarina of Time Link amiibo that they made. All the Pokemon ones were cute. Jigglypuff, Greninja. Bowser Jr. and Bowser are real cute. Have I seen Mortal Kombat on the Switch? Yeah, I've seen clips of it. Seems like MK has a lot more issues right now than just the way the game's performed on Switch. Too bad they didn't release Mario Wonder amiibo. That probably would have been successful. Yeah, Elephant Mario amiibo. That makes so much sense. Why didn't it happen? Whoops. This is a nice interior. Okay, let's get all these miscellaneous eggs out of here. One character to make into an amiibo? Again, I'm always surprised that they never went harder with Pokemon amiibos. So I guess, like, Garchomp. I don't know, Kirby and the Forgotten Land could have had some cool amiibo. A Pikmin 4 amiibo could have been cool. One of the old Pikmin amiibo was actually worth quite a lot of money for a while. This is Terrytown from Breath of the Wild. Man, it's gonna be so long until the next 3D Zelda game, but I'm so excited. I'm already like, Anuba, come back, show us. What are you doing? What are you working on? I need to see. Please show me. And can your team remember how to make good dungeons? Thank you. Pixar hasn't released it. Didn't they have like a space movie that got delayed? Are they gonna keep the open world design for future Zelda games? The instruments in this song are so funny. Elio? Is that what that movie's called? Elio? Elio? That's supposed to come out in June. I don't think I've seen a single advertisement for it. You killed a shiny Regieleki by accident today? I am sorry to hear that. My condolences. Yeah, Cactrin, I remember watching that on Twitter. Like, it does feel like it was years ago. Oh, you got your shiny Togepi? Nice. Congrats on the shiny egg. Also, please, for whatever future Zelda installment, do not hire the guy that keeps insisting on having one giant line to scroll through for items. Please fire that person. Connect an item to your bow. Scroll, 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 scroll. They're not making Lightyear 2, chat. That bombed for them. They are not revisiting that. They are making Toy Story 5, though. I saw something the other day where it's like, Woody and Buzz are going to be reunited in Toy Story 5, and it's like, fuck you. Of course they are. Everybody there is creatively bankrupt. Yeah, the premise is phone bad. I'm sure it's gonna be great. Phone bad, guys. Kids phone bad. Phone bad. Andy's a loser bum. Yeah, want me to read you the premise from the wiki? The toys are back in Disney and Pixar's Toy Story 5, and this time around, the toys meet tech. Buzz, Woody, Jessie, and the rest of the gang's jobs get exponentially harder when they go head-to-head with all this new threat to playtime. Wow, that would have banged in 2007. Oh, man. I think I saw something where they're gonna focus on Jessie more. Which, what else could you say about Jessie? She got her she did her character arc in Toy Story 2. Yeah, where's like the Nendroids and the Funko Pops? You know what would be really topical about how Funko Pops take over everything? That would have been more more interesting than Phone Bad, the movie. Yeah, Woody and the gang experience scalpers. Now there's a premise for a movie. Yeah, you kind of do. Al is pretty much a scalper in Toy Story 2. I do not like Jessie and Buzz together. That shit in Toy Story 3 made me roll my eyes so hard. Because Buzz is really lame in it. Oh, they just make Buzz lamer in every movie. Every movie, they make Mr. Lightyear lamer and lamer. Which is such a shame because his show was awesome. Punishment for being voiced by Tim Allen. I know, Justin, it's like great, cringy romance shit about toys. We really need this in everything ever. I like the Toy Story. I think the Toy Story cast just got too big. Like, they add new characters in every movie, so there's just like a million toys now. What kid would want any of those lame side characters? When I was a kid, I wanted Woody and Buzz. I didn't want any other character. You could buy the lame stuffed animals from Toy Story 4. Lightyear 2. Oh yeah, Forky. Hilarious. With a character voiced by Keanu Reeves. I mean, I feel like Gen 9 had, I don't want to say shippy moments, but I feel like you can imply some of the dialogue, especially with like the Blueberry kids. More of it's in any other Pokemon game. Not saying much, but I don't know, maybe because the characters in Gen 9 generally feel like, I don't want to say human, they feel more realistically written than lots of previous Pokemon characters. Like, there's a bit of a dynamic with Penny and Arven and Nimona in the MC. Yeah, there's, you know, a little bit of character development. Can you imagine? Pet Rock, voiced by Dwayne Johnson. That Pet Rock can't get into any fights. It can't lose any fights. Any fights the Pet Rock gets in, he has to win. Floon. Drifloon noises intensify. Hide your children. Why are you out right now? Yeah, honestly, the best thing about Penny might be the fact that Peony is her dad. No, I was just talking to the game. It's still hysterical that all the other characters like Nimona, Penny, Arvin have fun, cozy little dorm rooms that have touches of their personality in them, and then we have nothing. Our dorm is just sterile. Can't customize it. Well, yeah, isn't that the point of his character? Isn't that what they were trying to illustrate? Not being able to customize your dorm in Scarlet and Violet is one of the most damning things about that game, and I'm not even joking. Peonia. Do I have his oh, there's one of them. There's one where you can see his, you can see his family. There it is. Kind of interesting how lacking in... I gotta say, the kids don't really look like, Papa. But sure. Is Peonia in Masters? I mean, they should interact. It'd be fun to see them interact. Again, it's very rare that we have any connecting tissue between Pokemon generations. With, you know, exceptions to, like, Gen 1 and 2. One of the main characters in Scarlet and Violet being related to one of the main characters in the DLC of Sword and Shield is just kind of interesting. The music in the academy goes way too hard. They're either what you expected or what you didn't expect. Yeah, if Pokemon ever adds voice acting into the main games, they better open up with the characters' voice acting in the trailers so they don't hit you with the voices later and you're like, oh, you've already made like a headcanon of what they'd sound like in your head. Skull Bunny! Doo, doo, doo. This is such a lovely song. My father is Palkia. We're all Palkia's children. Nemona's last name is Stone. That would be the stupidest twist of all time. That would also make Steven, are we implying that Steven's her dad? That would make Steven a deadbeat. Getting a little, Avatar The Last Airbender versus Legend of Korra. Right there. Yeah, you know this character that you really like? Well, turns out they're a deadbeat dad. Aang. To some extent. He favors Tenzin, his airbending son, over his other two children. One is a waterbender, one cannot bend. Toph was not a great parent. And then every other, like, we know Zuko has children, but we don't know enough about what his parenting style was. Nemona Stone, shock stinger sound effect, credits roll. Why does Nemona Stone, like, sound like a cool name, though? That sounds kind of cool. Speaking of Stone, of Devon, the Devon Corporation. I wonder if that annoying line in Auraz about the infinite energy is gonna work its way back into PLZA with the Quasar company. Immediately into Celestial. Yeah, Stone is a cool last name. It's true. Yeah, you have a player character grunting in PLA. I wonder if we're gonna have another celebrity song in Gen 10. God, I hope not. Man, I sure hope not. Danger, I am the danger. Katy Perry. Yeah, it doesn't seem like she's really having much success with anything else in her life currently. I don't know if Pokemon could afford Sabrina Carpenter. Espresso. She's so brave for going to space for 5 minutes, you guys. She's so brave and inspirational. Aren't you inspired? Arvin Ketchum. I still see people theorizing about, like, Liko was Ash's daughter. People just won't, they'll never let it go. They'll never let Ash go. Yeah, with how it's going, the Fallout 3 remaster is gonna be 200 gigs. 5 billion gigabytes. Yeah, Pokemon's done a lot of collaborations with artists at these past several years, but they've never gotten... I want to say Post Malone was the biggest artist they've gotten. What's up, Silver? Good night, Galaxy. Have a good one. Yeah, the Post Malone Pokemon song is also the only one that has a little tiny medley of... What was it? Ekritique? All of the songs on the anniversary album were just random songs by random artists, but that was the only one that actually had like a little mashup of a Pokemon song in it. It had a music video too. I remember when the music video premiered. Why, that feels like such a different era. That feels like it was 10,000 years ago, Chad. Oh, you're doing Badoo next? That's fun. I love Badoo, Shiny Badoo's little purple bib. The Tapu theme is underrated. That's such a good song. That's one of the best legendary songs in the whole franchise. What did they vote #1, Cacturn? I don't remember. Oh yeah, we did talk about it on stream. Doo, doo, doo. Yeah, there was like a ton of categories. Now that I think about it, it's jogging my memory. I mean, if there's one thing, Game Freak is just unpredictable. One day they get Katy Perry, Post Malone, the next day they get Ed Sheeran. Who knows? Who knows? Billy Joel singing the Gen 10 theme. The Black Eyed Peas. Man, what have they been up to lately? Yeah, the real collab should be with Benjamin Tennyson. We're gonna have a Pokemon Brat Summer. They should get the lady from Mario Odyssey that sang Jump Up Superstar. Those songs absolutely own Celestial. I mean, even Kirby and the Forgotten Land had some really charming songs with singers in them that were so cool. Like, Nintendo didn't feel the need to go out and hire some B-list celebrity. I mean, a lot of Smash Brothers remixes are kind of dog shit, to be honest. They are just inferior to the original. I mean, there's some bangers, but I feel like Ultimate in particular had some terrible remixes. When You're Escaping the Moon, yes, that's such a fun song. I hope I get the pink bunny soon too. Buneary is hardcore betraying right now. Enjoy the lurk. I know, Sega makes great music. So, like the Yakuza games, Sonic games, just non-stop bangers. The best thing about Sonic Frontiers was the soundtrack. I still listen to that soundtrack on and off to this day. Yeah, Jump Up Superstar was so charming. And I don't think it would get you copyright claimed on YouTube like Celestial does. The Tokyo Night theme. Oh, I think I know which song you're talking about. Yeah, Sega does music quite well. How long is this song? I mean, it's a great song, but like, my god. Oh, the Lake Guardians. Azelf is my favorite. Yeah, Mario Kart is very jazzy. Mario Kart has its own style to its music, which makes it stand out. Toad's factory. Sinister implications about Toad owning a factory. Whoops, I didn't mean to bing bong on my horn there. I mean, they've brought in people like Toby Fox to do music for 2 Pokemon games in a row. Yeah, Toad uses child labor. Toad goes around union busting in his factory. I love Ocarina of Time so much. I mean, I've liked most of Toby's songs, so bring him back. Bring him back. Wario stages are always fun. I'm always down for a Wario stage. Say what you will about Wario, but man, can he design a cool racing stage? You think Waluigi Pinball is still the king of stages? It is a very good one. It's hard to argue against Waluigi Pinball. You bought it 12 years ago and never played it? Imagine buying games and never playing them. Who could do such a thing? Yeah, it's cool that they're bringing Rhythm Heaven back. I find joy, even when franchises I've never played or don't really care about come back. It's fun seeing people who are fans of the franchise for all these years waiting for it to come back, being excited. It's like the Tomodachi Life sequel too. Like, people have been doing ritual summons, ritual circles for a new Tomodachi Life for so long. I was happy for him. I was happy for him. Bought so many GNC games in the mid-2010s. It probably ended up saving you a lot of money. Yeah, Shenmue rules. Yeah, Kirby Air Riders might end up being a much more interesting and fun racer than World. I mean, again, Mario Kart World looks fun. But there's also nothing, like, really insane. There's no insane surprises besides the open world aspect. If Kirby Air Riders is faster... I mean, that's kind of been one of my problems with a lot of the footage for Mario Kart World, is that driving in the open world seems kind of slow. I hope Air Riders has some more speed behind it. Maybe not as fast as an F-Zero game, but inching towards that. Also, I love Kirby. I'll be excited to see who's playable, and I hope they choose, like, a Forgotten Worlds. Oh man, there's so much they could do with it. That could be so cool. I don't know why you would ever want to show off your kart racer is slow, but maybe. I've questioned Nintendo a lot this marketing season for the Switch 2. They've made a lot of interesting choices. A lot of interesting choices. Pikmin World. Hopefully it won't take a decade until Pikmin 5. Okay, let's see. I've hatched 1, 2, 3, 4. We're almost on box 5 of bunnies. What do you do with the Pikmin story for Pikmin 5, though? Do you have Olimar crash land again? Do you move on to different characters? Olimar's destiny is to just keep crash landing on Earth. I really like the night levels. I hope they bring the night levels back. I thought those were really cool. No, they start doing like alternate universe Pikmin stuff. This is the Olimar from Dimension X. And are they gonna bring the dog mechanic back? Are we gonna bring Ochi and Moss back? Or some sort of other creature? I think PLZA will have outbreaks. All the different zones will have different Pokemon. And therefore have different outbreaks. I wonder if Alpha Pokemon are coming back, or are they going to be something different? Ride Pokemon? Well, you get to jump across buildings with your stupid little cell phone. You're gonna jump from building to building with your little dinky Rotom cell phone, and you're gonna like it. Yeah, is ZA gonna have a ton of cafes? Are we gonna crank up the number of cafes, just like in X and Y? The worst Assassin's Creed game. Oi. Altair learns to assassinate people with his Rotom phone. Yeah, can you imagine holding onto your phone for dear life while it escorts you over buildings? That would be terrifying. What if your hand is sweaty? What if you slip? You plummet. They just insist on bringing Rotom phone back again and again and again. Yeah, what about riding Go-Go? They made such a big fuss about that advertising for X and Y, and then it's such a nothing burger feature inside the game. Bring it back and make it cool. Yeah, there was that Poke-tune of a little boy, or was it a girl, or was it both, of kids riding Go-Go, and it was awesome. They showed a canal with a Gyarados in it in the first trailer. So I think the water Pokemon are gonna be in canals and little rivers passing, streams passing through. Go catch Wailord in the fountain. Gotta have another game with Gyarados in it. You get one wishy-washy for each foot. You have to awkwardly stand on them as they surf. Alright, that playlist is over. Let's try this one. Why is it so low volume? Alright, speaking of Tomodachi Life. If they don't introduce anything for Furfrau in PLZA, I'm gonna be so sad. Oh yeah, in one of the early betas of this game, there was a guy standing in your starting town with a Furfrau. Also, they used Greninja a ton in the beta for placeholder for Pokemon, which is funny because Greninja's not in this game. Greninja was one of the most common placeholder Pokemon and then didn't even make it to the final product. Kinda funny. Yeah, a few new Furfrau haircuts would be really fun. So naturally, they're not going to do that. Naturally, they're not going to do that. I think one of the things I want the most from PLZA is like a catacombs, like underground area. I think that'd be so cool. Furfrau with an Arceus cut. Yeah, give him the Volo. Give him the Volo style. But yeah, catacombs or like section underneath the city would be so cool. Maybe even make it a little bit spooky? Well, the Sinnoh Underground is lame, so hopefully not that. What is this clown music I'm listening to right now? It's fascinating that some of you think there's gonna be new Pokemon in PLZA. Like evolutions or anything like that. Maybe you don't have your hopes that high, chat. I kind of hate the random dungeons in Pal World, so I wish they wouldn't do that. Unless they could be done better. Megas, megas, and more mega evolutions. Say, kid, you want some mega evolutions? Cause you're gonna see some mega evolutions. Massive afro. It gives Bouffalon a run for its money. Yeah, I think if they were gonna do regionals, they would have shown them off by now. Look, chat, all I'm saying, don't go expecting new Pokemon. You will be sorely disappointed. Which, I don't know, is this a hot take? I'm kind of fine with that. I'm kind of fine with no new regional forms for a game. I think that's fine. Yeah, imagine they double the Kalos Pokedex. You guys said it was too small, so we're gonna add 100 new Pokemon. South Kalos. We will just hear about South Kalos until the end of time. Two Johto starters get a Mega and one gets a regional. I know, it's weird. That is quite weird, isn't it? I kind of don't believe for a second that they were referencing Kalos at all in Scarlet Violet. I feel like that's just a fan theory that took off for some reason. Also, ad warning, but when ads play, I'm gonna go blow my nose. Yeah, absolutely, Cacturn, 100%. Yes. If there's one thing Larvitar loves to do, it's eat mountains. Known mountain enjoyer Larvitar. Alright, ads be playing, so I'll be right back. 7 people who are dancing for no reason. They would do that, wouldn't they? You can't pass. I'm thirsty. Sorry, kid. The power's out. We can't let you by. What's the most believable blockade in a Pokemon game? All the Psyducks that had a headache? Sunny Shore? Blockade into, Saffron? Honestly, if you're not bringing, like, a beverage to work with you, like, what are you doing? What are those guards doing? Sudowoodo? I mean, Sudowoodo's great because it's a Pokemon. It's a rare Pokemon that you get to encounter. And it's in disguise. Yeah, Snorlax is a classic. He's in disguise. You think it's just a regular tree, but it is not. Sudowoodo's just that good. Yeah, Sudowoodo is just Gen 2 Snorlax, and they never did that again. Where's our new obstacle Pokemon? Ever since then, it's just, well, the power's out. You can't pass. Just walk around the cut tree. What are you, an idiot? I can't imagine Surge's gym does great business. I mean, everybody in there was like, what are you even doing? Why is a child in this gym? For some reason? Aren't you too young to be in this gym? Yes. Yes, I am. Our challenge, yeah, our Chaladon would have been a great blockade Pokemon. Sorry, you can't get past. There's this bridge. There's this bridge that's also a dragon. Sorry. Sorry, guys. You can't pass the bridge. Oh yeah, the Team Yell. Oh my god, I forgot about that entirely. The Team Yell Silcobra scene, that's right. I miss the puzzles that use the Mach and the Acro Bike. You either have to go really fast over the holes or you have to hop. They should have had more platforming things for Scarlet and Violet with Karai and Miraidon. I mean, they sort of implemented a little bit of that into the DLC, flying through the rings, giving Superman 64 Lex wins. But there should have been, you know, stuff that you can find in the mountains and like little challenges you could do, almost like Korok challenges or heart container challenges from Zelda. The ramps in Gen 4 and 5 are always so funny. There's no way people are not falling off of those to break their ankle. Yeah, the race for Grusha's gym was fun. Why was that the only one in the game? Yeah, quizzes are fun too. Pokemon Stadium has several. Pokemon Stadium 1 and 2 have quiz games that are really fun. Yeah, and Blaine's gym. I have to get Blaine's gym 100% accurate for an Achievo. Achievo. It's gonna be so hard. Tombstoner. Cycling hill, it's gonna be Cycling Road. I couldn't think of Cycling Hill. Cycling Road is gonna be an annoying place to beat all the trainers. I think we'll play more Blue Tuesday. I've been wanting to play it, like, ever since I stopped yesterday, so... Gotta get more blue done. Oh yeah, the trick houses in Gen 3, those were great. I love those. And then you would progress through the game and then come back. And get to do the trick rooms that were more difficult. They'd progress and challenge. Yeah, that was great. Good music too. And there'd be good items in there. See, that's the thing, chat. Nothing is rare in modern Pokemon games. Vitamins are not rare anymore. Like, rare candies are a dime a dozen because you can just have XX candies, etc. Mints are very easy to get. Nuggets are not hard to get. So, even if you did do a modern trick house, what would you put in it to make it satisfying to complete? Yeah, rare candies are essentially just candy. One might argue that they're not even needed. They're like an obsolete item at this point. I think they should really go into cosmetics. If you beat the Trick Master in Gen 10, you get a cool jacket. And maybe they could tie adding like Pokemon stats to some of the clothing. Like it's an armor set from Breath of the Wild. I always bring up Breath of the Wild because there's nothing more satisfying than finding a little hidden area, and then you see that familiar, like, tent thing that they have with the chest, and it's like, it's so satisfying to get a piece of armor. And then it can have the opposite effect when you're in Tears of the Kingdom and you complete the mazes and you think you're gonna get something really cool, and then it rewards you with reused amiibo armor, and it's like, oh, fuck you. Yeah, obviously you wouldn't want that stuff available in online play. Which, speaking of that, I think Regulation I just started. Wonder which two legendaries are gonna take worlds this year. The legendary Incineroar. Yeah, even ability caps and patches are quite easy to get. Which they shouldn't make items needed for competitive play annoyingly difficult to get, so that's a good thing. I'm hoping Champion streamlines even more competitive stuff, so some of these items we're talking about won't even be needed. Items that could recreate field abilities like Synchronize. I mean, I guess that would be neat, but on one hand, I'd also be like, well, just make Synchronize work again. Why'd you take it away? Why'd you take Synchronize away, fellas? Why'd you do it? Yeah, Justin, I mean, you're probably right. It's probably not going to be as easy as go in, pick a Pokemon from a drop-down list, and just import a set. Like it is on Showdown. But I still hope, I mean, maybe it's foolish to have a little bit of hopium copium. I still hope it reduces how annoying it is still to this day to make a competitive team. I mean, it's in their best interest to do that. They want interest in the Pokemon in VGC has never been higher. There's like a new record-breaking event every other time there is an event. So it's in their own best interest to streamline it and make it very easy to understand for people. Yeah, Dracovish in the gang can't be bred, but other fossils can be. I've hatched Archon and Tortuga. Yeah, you can hatch Armaldo. I think it's just the Gen 8 fossils that can't be. So Dracovish, Arctovish. But the others you should be good. Yeah, sandwiches are so annoying because you have to constantly keep making them again. An item that you could just have in your inventory and pop and have a similar effect would be cool. I like Buneary's dot eyebrows. Yeah, Armaldo kind of does give Monsters Inc. It really does. Let me check my Wonder Picks. No. I haven't had anything decent on Wonder Pick in so long. I tried for a Babarrel EX, and I did not get it. What was it, yesterday? Yeah, the Gen 3 fossils rule. They're great. I could shiny hunt Kabuto. I think I need Kabutops. So there's still a few fossils that I need to shiny hunt. Found it wild and shield, nice. I know, Wonder Pick is such a scam. Wonder Pick is such a scam. When I don't get the card that I want, I will just close the app. Because then you have to sit there and it has to reveal everything, and then you have to get to the next screen. It's like, oh man. I hope they bring back the sneak peek event. Although even then, like, I didn't get many good pulls even with the sneak peek event. Shiny Meditite. Oh, that's a great shiny. Meditite and Medicham are underrated. I know, there's nothing more soul-crushing than watching the other cards reveal, and there's the one you actually wanted. I even did a 1-star. Somebody had 2 Gimme Ghouls, so I just did a 1 Wonder Pick, and I didn't get either of them. When there's 2 cards in a Wonder Pick you want, and you don't get either, oh, it feels so bad. It feels so bad. Yeah, I think the sneak peek helped me a grand total of once, too. I got a rainbow Tinkaton from it, which is great. I'm just happy. But the rest of that whole event, I don't think I ever had a sneak peek help me. It was actually diabolical. I mean, I say still, but I've gotten 4 of my 5 rainbow cards from Wonder Pick, so... Sometimes I guess it works out for me. Or maybe that goes to show how abysmal the rainbow pull rates are. Perhaps a bit of both. You have a total of 0 shiny cards. Meanwhile, I've pulled dupes of some shinies. Which, it's like, okay. I guess. Do I need 2 shiny Reverooms? I don't really think so, but okay. I mean, I pulled one of my best packs of all time last week, where I got a pack with a shiny Pachi and then the gold Pokeball. That was the closest I've been to a quote-unquote god pack. I mean, those were the only 2 good pulls in the pack, so it was not a god pack, but it's the closest I've been. Yeah, I pulled the full art shiny Lucario and I pulled Riolu today, actually. Yeah, I've never pulled a god pack. And more often than not, if you have a friend or you know somebody who pulled a god pack, if they pulled the interactive or a shiny card, it just won't show up in Wonder Pick. Which is so dumb. I think it's really dumb that shiny cards don't show up in Wonder Pick. And yet, I still have yet to pull Beedrill EX. I don't have a single one. I don't have Bobarrel EX. And somehow I've managed to get a Rainbow Pikachu EX and the Full Art Pikachu EX, but I've not pulled a regular one. How does that work? I'm still saving my, 1 deck redeem. But, like, do I do Bobarrel? Do I do Beedrill? I'm saving it until, like, the last day. Until I end up finally finishing the set. That kind of happened with me. I went for the longest time without having Charmeleon. Just regular old uncommon Charmeleon. It took me so long, and I had that happen in Triumphant Light with Frostlass. I had to be traded Frostlass because I never pulled it. It feels like the game is gaslighting you when that happens. Like, it's one thing if you can't pull a rainbow or a full art, but it's another thing entirely if you can't even pull a common. It feels so bad. And the point system in Pocket is abysmal, so spending points never feels good. It feels so bad. Doing a shiny dex for Sword? Nice. Good luck. I also sort of had that with Meowscarada, the hollow Meowscarada. I think I have about 12 hollow Alakazams, and it took me until like a few days ago to pull my first regular hollow Meowscarada. Like, I wish I had Master Duel levels of where I could just trade these spare cards in. I don't really need, like, 15 hollow Alakazam. Like, I'm good. I love Alakazam, don't get me wrong, but... kinda good. Let me see what my actual number is. I have the app open right now. Let's see, how many have I pulled? I've pulled 4 Full Art Tatsugiri. 2 Grafaiai, 2 Buizel, 2 Golden Go, 2 Wigglytuff. I have 12. I have 12 hollow Alakazam. Like, sure. Okay. Whatever you say, game. 12. It starts to feel unhinged. Why is this happening? Just wanted one Meowscarada. What's the next event for Pocket? The Pocket events are so stale. I really wish they would start creating more interesting events. Oh yeah, I guess we have the Riolu Pachirisu Wonder Pick event. Oh, it's so boring though. I think that's the second time this week I've been like, oh, is there what's the next event? Oh yeah, we're in an event currently. It's really boring. Okay, how many bunnies? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're on box 6 of Buneary for tonight. That's a lot of not shiny rabbits. Yeah, you know it's bad when Konami has a more charitable game and overall better events. You know you're in a bad place when Konami is doing better. I mean, Pocket has so much potential. Also, the ranked mode in Pocket is abysmal. You have to play hundreds of games to get to Master Ball. You better, like, hope you don't have a full-time job. Better set aside some hours every day to see if you can make it to Master Ball. Yeah, I'm not somebody that really enjoys... I like watching people play Pocket, but I'm not a huge competitive player. I mean, like most card games. Are you going first? Did you break? L. There's no system preventing you from dropping rank either. I watched somebody get to Master Ball and then he literally stopped playing because you could still risk getting back into Ultra. You can be sent back to Ultra. It's like, why did they design the system like this? I mean, even if I did want to do competitive, it's just such a nightmare. Should not have to have people dedicate so much time for ranked. I mean, not even Scarlet and Violet is like that. Scarlet and Violet's rank up system for singles and double battles is like a lovely, refreshing breeze compared to what the grind you have to go through in Pocket. Catch 200 Pokemon a day and play in the Battle League every day. That sounds like a prison sentence. Sounds like an effective method of torture. What do these people do? Like, who could just no-life these games all day? I mean, the guy I was watching, he hit Master Ball and then stopped playing because he didn't want to fall any lower. That's just what I saw and what the information that I am relaying. Low battery. Also, he had the most success with the Meowscarada deck. With Magnezone. You can just tech Magnezone into any deck and it's just automatically better. Tryhards don't know how to give advice to newbies. Oh, just play the game non-stop for 12 hours. And then you'll be good in no time. Oh, have you ever considered getting good? "13, 14, 13, but I wanted 15, 15, 15. In Pokemon TCG Pocket, you can lose your Master Ball rank if your points fall below 1450. So you can lose Master Ball rank. Buneary, why you gotta betray like this? They're fighting type. One of them is fire, one of them is water. And the regular one is just fighting, I think. Am I gonna stop now? We're definitely approaching stopping territory. And since you can lose Master Ball rank in Pocket, that would encourage people to just stop playing, just like the guy I was watching did. Because why would you want to risk dropping below back to Ultra after all the work you just put in? That actively encourages people to stop playing your game. What a stupid system. Dun, dun, dun. Come on, Bunnelby. Bunnelby? Buneary. At least Score Bunny has a different... imagine if they called it Bun Scorch. Bunny. There's one thing Game Freak loves, or TPCI. It's giving Pokemon that are the same animal very identical names. Cubchoo, Cubfu. Volcanion, Volcarona. I still think whoever named, like, Poltergeist. I don't like you. You're my enemy. I hate that. Butterfree and Beautyfly. Cubchoo and Cubfu gets me all the time. That's too real, Cacturn. That's exactly what happens. $100 emoji. Time emoji. 15, 15, 15. Yeah, cutie fly. Lots of flies. Beedrill, Rabombi. Combee. Let's have another Pokemon that has the word bee in its name. More bees, please. I don't know why it keeps one of its ears closed. Beaterfly. New legendary bug Pokemon just dropped. I mean, the last Masuda hunt I did was not to... Oh, hey, there's a hundo. And, I got that right towards the end, so... Yeah, if they make a Housefly Pokemon and Carnivine isn't in that generation, it would be a travesty. Or Victory Bell. My ultimate dream Pokemon game has a jungle where both Carnivine and Victory Bell are just big chillin'. Aaron. So it's a sign that something is wrong with it? So it's essentially suffering from, like, young Superman who's got too good hearing? Interesting. That actually is a kind of interesting answer. All of its dex entries are about its ears. What's a good Pokemon to shiny hunt next? Do you have Scyther? Scyther's cool. Brawler without Abra. The crossover you never saw coming. The reason it keeps one-eared rolled up is so that it can launch a swift counterattack if it's attacked by an enemy. I feel like that response is a bit lamer than the PLA one. Chinchino is the softest Pokemon. Maybe Altaria. I feel like Altaria would be soft. Such an iconic song. Bum bum bum. Bum bum bum. Bum bum bum. Ba-da, ba-da, ba-da. What's up, Fallen in Dirt? Yeah, this song has so much personality. It has so much personality. Bum bum bum. Alright, was this box 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. Alright, we'll do a little bit of box 7 hatching. But I'm getting kind of tired. Come on, Buneary. I got your name right this time. I didn't say Bunnelby. I mean, that being said, I have hatched a shiny Bunnelby. And I've hatched a shiny Scorbunny in this game. I'm 2 for 3 for my bunnies. My bunny boys. Shiny 830 just doesn't want to show up. I'm stuck on shiny 830 right now. Can you believe Buneary is betraying on Easter? Unbelievable. Easter. And betraying on 420. Unbelievable. I hope some people out there shiny hunted Cherubi today. Pokemon number 420. And Pokemon 69 is Bellsprout. Pretty funny that they're both grass. 69 and 420 are both grass Pokemon. Little grass guys. People were shiny hunting Cherubi, good. I think I like Cherubi more than I like Cherim. Maybe it's because of what Cherim did in PLA. I can never forgive. The 40 minutes it took me of finding it and then getting it into a battle only to realize it had a glitch catch rate, so I could never catch it, and then having to leave. That was insane. I still think about that from time to time. The uncatchable Cherim. An immovable object. I just remember I kept throwing ball after ball and thinking like, what the hell's going on? This doesn't seem right. So I remember I look up Cherim on Twitter to see if anybody else is talking about it, and there I saw that it was apparently glitched, and the way my heart sank. Because I had already spent so much time looking for it and threw so many resources at it. Oh, it felt so bad. And I think it was a while since I had saved, so if I saved scum all the balls I threw at it, I would have lost a lot of progress. Yeah, honestly, Cherim should just have Drought. They should have just not been cowards and gave Cherim Drought so it could set up its own sun. I mean, look at its stats. Look at its move pool. It would have been fine. It would have been fine. They could have done that, and it would have been fine. It wouldn't have broken any sort of meta game. God, there's a stretch of, like, so many Gen 4 Pokemon that are just abysmal in battle. I mean, I love Pokemon like Vespiquen, but she's not really doing much either. Nobody's really using Wormadam or Motham. It's sad. I mean, even things like Floatzel are just meh. Good news though, chat. I do have a chocolate bunny that I will... Well, it's so big that I've been consuming it in pieces. But I have a chocolate bunny. It's good. Wormadam would have been a great choice for a Mega Evolution. Just make it like make it Magneton, but it's all 3 Wormadam. Alright, chat. If you had 5 shots to hatch a pink bunny on this 420 Easter Sunday, now Monday, would you take those 5 shots, or would you walk away? Here we go. On the bridge of good hatching. Nope. If you had 4 shots. If you had 3 shots. I mean, my last Masuda hunt I did was Natu and I got it, so I can't be super upset. Well, we have 3 more chances, 3 more shots. Yeah, Natu is kind of Easter adjacent. I think they've had a Natu in a Pokemon Center Easter promo before, so... It's got kind of pastel, you know, colors. It's round. Could be an egg. Alright, chat, if you had 1 shot. I almost considered hatching Torchic tonight, actually. Maybe I should have. Maybe I should have done that. I mean, if Torchic would just show up for me as an outbreak in Scarlet and Violet, you know, bing bang boom. But it doesn't want to. Alright. Aww. Boo. Boo on you, Buneary. Alright, we'll do 1 bonus egg. 1 bonus egg. And then I am turning the game off. Bonus egg, bonus egg. Again, next week, chat, we'll be doing more Pokemon Blue retro achievement hunting. That's been really fun. I'm excited to play more. There's a lot of evil achievements I'm gonna have to get. We just did the Salamon's Terror raid, so it'll probably be a while before what I assume is gonna be Metagross. I don't know, maybe we'll do another Masuda hunt or another Scarlet Violet Outbreak stream. We'll see. It's weird to have all the Swords of Justice now. There's a Sword of Justice hole in my heart now that I got them all. Aw, no bonus egg luck. Yeah, probably 3 weeks. That's a good guess. Well, chat, no Easter luck today. Unfortunate. I kind of have something planned for Gigas, but I can't pull it off yet. I am going to do Regigigas at some point. I'm going to do all the Regis at some point. So don't you worry. It will be Reggie time soon enough. But yeah, chat, thanks for hanging out tonight. I appreciate it. Hope everybody had a good Easter /420 Sunday. But yeah, shout out to the new follows, the YouTube viewers, the VOD watchers. Thanks for hanging out tonight, everybody. And we'll be back next week, Tuesday, to be specific, for some more Pokemon Blue. I'm already looking forward to it. Alright, everybody. Have a good one. Thanks for hanging out. Bye.